So Birds of Prey is finally out and everybody is enjoying this movie. At least it's getting good reviews, like Rotten Tomatoes is like, oh, it's 96. Which means the director is not going to turn around and be like, well, men don't like women-centric movies. Fucking Charlie's Angels. Anyway, so this movie is primarily focused around the Birds of Prey, kind of. Like Harley Quinn, the Huntress, the Black Canary, and Renee Montoya are the main characters, but really the main character is Harley Quinn. Get more into that in a minute, but I gotta say, this movie is fucking awesome. I loved this movie. This movie was just, it was everything that Suicide Squad isn't. It's fun, it's kick-ass, it's entertaining. You enjoy the dark moments, like the moments that just, they go for the heartstrings and they just rip it apart, and you're just like, oh, But this movie is really everything that Suicide Squad wanted to be, but just failed on every level. Suicide Squad was one of those movies where it's like the BVS movie was, it just didn't work. So let's just throw in some comedic moments and also some really out of place music, and let's just make it more fun. But this movie was absolutely made to be fun, and everybody in this movie is funny. There are some characters where I was like, you really don't, like, I know you from other stuff like Arkham Origins or Arkham, like the Arkham series, and they're like, you're not really that funny. You're usually a little more dark than that. Get to that in a minute. However, the trailer shows is like, okay, Harley Quinn has broken up with the Joker, and now she's trying to do her own thing. She's trying to do something that just like everybody is going to know Harley Quinn is not the Joker's bitch anymore. Harley Quinn is her own thing. She's doing her own thing, and the Joker is just, he's no longer in the picture. And also, Joker is not in this movie. Thank fuck, because I just didn't want to see Jared Leto back as the Joker. If they had brought Joaquin Phoenix into this, that would have been awesome. Also brings up another point. DC is actually doing really good with villain-centric movies. Like, we had the Joker last year, we've got Birds of Prey this year. It is very good. And while I will say that the trailer does pitch Harley Quinn's motive, it doesn't really pitch anything else other than Harley Quinn and the Joker and no more. And that's it. Really, you don't get Black Canary's motive, at least from the trailer that I saw, or the Huntress's motive, nor Renee Montoya, although she really didn't have a motive in the movie, now that I think about it. Or Black Mask either, because Black Mask is like, he's in this movie, he is. Also, the trailer actually did pitch the right villain, other than not like Suicide Squad, where it was like the Joker, and then in the movie it's like the Enchantress. Okay. This movie, yes, Black Mask is the villain for the entire movie. Like, no other villain just pops up and is like, I'm the villain now. It's like, okay, that's not what the trailer told me. Interesting. This movie is very interesting. I enjoyed this movie. It has a lot of the same beats, or at least it's styled like Deadpool. This movie is very much like Deadpool, like right down to the fact where Harley Quinn just looks at the screen and is like, it is that kind of movie. It is like, it's styled like Deadpool, but it is its own movie. It's not like we're copying Deadpool right down to the fact where Deadpool looks into the screen. It's like, oh, hello. You're probably wondering why I got my own movie. It's because I had to fondle Deadpool. Wait, that's me. Fuck. But no, this movie has its own thing. It is its own thing. Harley Quinn is, without a doubt, the best character in the entire movie. She has the greatest dramatic range. She has the greatest comedic moments. She's fucking hilarious, and she makes you cry. She really does. I remember seeing Margot Robbie way back when she was in Neighbours. Like, if you don't know what Neighbours is like a TV show in Australia. And she was in it for a while, and I was like, she's very hot, but I really don't think she's going anywhere. And now here we are, about 10 years later, where she's broken into Hollywood, and now she's Harley Quinn. I was wrong. Anyway, but Margot Robbie is great in this movie, and she's also great in the action sequences, like the action sequences where she's doing flips. There might have only been one or two, but it definitely looked like she was the one actually doing the flips and shit. And I was like, that is brilliant. I love that. And while the movie has a few more cogs on the wheel than just Harley Quinn broke up with the Joker and just like Roman Sionis is now trying to kill her and shit like that. There's a few more things in the wheel that I won't spoil for you because it just came out today. So go to see this movie. It is a great movie. You will enjoy the movie. The Huntress and Black Canary, they really don't get that much other than well, they do get a fair amount, but they don't get as much as they should get, which makes me think that they're probably going to do an extended edition, which I'm probably expecting. I'm actually very much expecting because it is the DCEU, even though it doesn't really need to be at this point because the DCEU kind of died with Justice League. But we'll see. Also, the action sequences in this movie, they're fucking cool. This movie's gory. Also, this movie, I don't know the rating of this movie, like if it's like MA15 plus or if it's M rated, or if it's R rated in America, because you Americans, you apparently need R ratings for blood and gore. Strange. Anyway, but this movie, the action sequences are fucking intense. Like they're brilliant. They're choreographed. They don't cut away. It's not shaky cam. It actually shows a lot of the actual action than most movies nowadays do. Because like most movies, they're just they're in the middle of an action sequence and then you throw a punch. You see the punch and then it cuts to the other side and the punch goes and you're just like, what the fuck just happened? But there's no shaky cam. Like I was so glad that there was no shaky cam. There's like they do that sort of like wide angle where they're all fighting, sort of like the Avengers, where the Avengers were like and all that sort of crap. It is very fun. It's very fun. It's stylistic. It's brilliant. I loved the characters. Roman Sionis in this movie, the villain of this movie. He was the one I was talking about before, where he's a little more comedic than he has been in things that I've seen him in. Like if you watch the Arkham series or Under the Red Hood, he's very dark. He's very serious. Like he looked like if I remember in Under the Red Hood, like like the newbie like had looked at him because his mask was like fused to his face or some shit, and the like Black Mask just walks up to him and is like, "Hey kid, if you keep looking at me like that, I'm gonna cut your balls off." And I was like, that dude means business. But there are definite moments in this movie where Black Mask, he's uncomfortable to sit around. Like he's the guy that like if you were working with this guy, you would want to get out of there very quickly because he's uncomfortable to be around. He is very funny, but he also has his dark moments, and I do like the fact that he is more than just funny for the sake of being funny. He is very dark in the moments that he needs to be dark. So this movie, in the end, this movie was very good. I enjoyed this movie. I will go and see it again without a doubt because it is brilliant. The characters are good. The motivations for pretty much every character except for Montoya and Black Canary. Well, actually, okay, for just basically Montoya, they're really more. They're very interesting. I liked it. They were good. The villain was awesome. The actions were great. This movie is without a doubt worth watching with most of your attention. I won't say all of your attention because whatever. But if you like what you see here and you want to see more, please click the subscribe button and tell me this. What's a villain that you would prefer to see on the big screen in a movie? Like a Batman villain, a Superman villain, or even a Wonder Woman villain. Maybe even the Flash who's sitting right there. Comment below, let me know, and I'll see you next time.